All right, yesterday in spelling, we talked about the rules for how we change action words into ED, whether or not we double the consonant in the middle, or we drop the E and add the ED, or we just add the ED on the regular base word. And that was part of your classwork the other day. And also part of your classwork that day was to figure out what sound you hear at the end of the word. So when the ED is there, it always is spelled the same. It's always ED, but sometimes it makes 3 different sounds. And that was a day that my video would not work good because my internet was down. And so I didn't want to overload you with work yesterday of learning this, so I'm going to do a video on it today, okay? So when we add the suffix ending ED on the end, it's always going to make it like in the past tense, but sometimes that ED says different sounds, okay? And you had part of this in your workbook the other day where you had to decide if it made the ED sound, if it made the D sound, or if it made the T sound. Okay, now it was going to take me a long time to like go through each word separately and like talk about it and write it up here. So I have gone ahead and sorted the words, and I'm going to talk to you as we look at the chart. Okay, so I'm going to flip this around. Let's see. All right, let's flip the camera. Okay, all right, so we have an ED column, a T column, and a D column, okay? And those are the sounds that you hear when you say the word with the ED on the end. So these 2 words say the ED sound. So needed, and skated. They both sound the same at the end, okay? They needed, ed. You hear the ed sound on the end, okay? These words sound like a T is on the end. So it's spelled with an ED, but it sounds like T. So worked, stepped, liked, hoped. It sounds like there is a T on the end. Now, I am really accentuating those T's. They don't sound as loud when we just say the words, but I wanted you to hear it as we wrote it. So that's the difference. Needed, worked. They're spelled the same way with the ED on the end, but they make different sounds. And here's our last column, the D column. So played. It just sounds like you've put a D on the end. Hopped, wagged, ruled. Okay, so do you hear the difference between needed, worked, played? All 3 of those are sounds that you can hear with an ED on the end. Okay, so it's important for you to know that ED can always sound differently. It can either be the ED sound, the ed, the t, or the d, okay? And that's your word sorted. I just went ahead and did that for you, okay? The other thing I wanted to talk to you about on this video is there and there. We have had those words before on our spelling list, so we have done practice with this in class, but it wouldn't hurt to go over it again. Okay, I'm going to give you I'm going to give you some sentences, and I want us to talk about which there it would be, okay? This there is like talking about like a group of people that something might belong to. And this there is like the position word, okay? So the first sentence I have is they have sold their car, okay? We would use this one because it's talking about a car that belongs to a group of people. It's their car, okay? The second sentence, I will put my coat over there. All right, we're going to use this one because it's a position word. It's a place. We're going to put our coat like over there at the other side of the room. So this is who something might belong to, and this is a place, okay? Let's see. There is a blue ball on the ground. Okay, it's going to be this one, T-H-E-R-E, because it's talking about like where the ball is. And the last one, their dog ran across the street. We would use this one, T-H-E-I-R, because it's talking about somebody's, a group of people's dog, okay? All right, just a couple of thoughts about those things that you were doing in your work this week. Just making sure we understand that the ED can sound differently and that we are clear on what there and there is. Today in spelling, you're going to do page 166 to wrap up this chapter. In 166, you're going to read the poem and you're going to circle 4 ED words from your list and underline 2 new ED words. So in that poem that they've written about a manatee that's playing with me, it's called A Manatee Played With Me, there are 4 spelling words that end in ED that you're going to need to find in the poem and circle it. And then there are 2 new ED words that are not spelling words that you're going to need to underline. And then the bottom says, write about playing with your favorite animal. Use 2 ED words. Draw a picture of your animal. I would like for you to use 2 ED words that are in the spelling list. Okay, so 2 words to write about playing with your favorite animal. It can be 1 sentence or 2. And then there's a little space to draw a picture. All right, good luck today, boys and girls.